Hello and welcome to my channel Bevvy with Beth. I'm Beth and here on this channel I talk all about polycystic ovarian syndrome, the symptoms, how to cope with them and how they affect me in my everyday life. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to catch my videos every single week. And today I'm just going to go over a few of my favourite things from this summer 2022. So because we're talking about summer, it just seemed right to me to start off with something that I will only use in the summertime, and that is a full body sunscreen. So I have been using the Pittsburgh sunscreens for decades now. They've been a family favourite and I've always enjoyed them. What I like about them is the fact that it doesn't leave me feeling overly sticky or oily. I also do like to have some sunlight come into my skin, especially with trying to get some D3 and things like that, whereas I find this gives me a good amount of protection where I can spend all day at the beach in the sun without getting sunburnt, as long as I remember to top it up and have somebody with me to help me cover the spots that I can't reach. Then I don't have any trouble with any skin damage at all. It's really comfortable, and it now makes me think of summertime because of the scent, but it isn't like a very strong scent on it. But mainly when I first put it on, or then when I'm having a shower at the end of the day and I'm kind of washing it off, it like brings the scent back out again. So it definitely makes me think of summer to smell, but doesn't have a very strong scent and just feels really pleasant on the skin whilst doing the job. Obviously, if you have any knowledge as to why I should not be using this one, leave me a comment down below, because I'm always willing to learn, and I haven't done a lot of research on why I shouldn't wear it, because I find you just do find the negative reasons then. So I have been using it for years and really enjoyed it. So this would be a favourite of mine from this and every summer. Since we were just talking about sunshine and getting in your D3, the next thing that I'm going to highlight as a favourite would be the vitamin D3 from Holland & Barrett. So this one that I have is a 1000 IU strength, which means I can take anywhere between 1 and 5 in a day to either top up or cover my daily D3 intake as I need it. So in the summer, I do generally tend to take less, because I do as much as I can to get outside and get that D3 in the natural form of the sun. If you're looking to get optimum D3, getting it from the sun is the way to go. It also encourages me to just get outside anyway, which is always good for the mental health. So I found taking an additional 3000 on top of whatever D3 I can get in the natural sunlight, particularly in my garden, but also in the evenings going for a walk. But it's great to have this as a top up. It aids in my sleep, it helps with my skin health, and it drastically improves my mental well-being as well. This particular, this particular tablet, the Holland & Barrett one, is one that I took this year, this summer, and have found it incredibly helpful, successful. And if you're looking for a D3 to take, this I would highly recommend. Since we were just talking about getting outside, one of the things that I found really beneficial and I've really enjoyed and I cannot wait to get more of is actually a barefoot shoe. So I suffer with plantar fasciitis, and I've had to give up normal shoes a long time ago, but I've never really mentioned them on my channel. And this year, well, I suppose technically it was last year, but I had to get a new pair. And so as my walking has increased in the summer, when I've been getting outside and doing a lot more walking for luxury rather than walking because I have to get to work or get to the shop or whatever it is, I've been walking for my own leisure. Locally here, I've taken some trips out to local places that are my favourite places to walk, and I've also headed to the beach several times, and I have worn these bad boys every time I've gone out, and they are just amazing. They're great for slightly rougher areas. My favourite pair of Vivo bare feet are actually feel like slippers because they're just so soft with their leather, but their sole, there is like nothing in the sole, and so I find particularly in my local woodlands here, they've re-gravelled all of the walks in and around the woodlands, and although there is a tarmac strip running from the main road up to the park area, and then there's like a loop around the park area that's all tarmac, actually into the woodlands is all little pebbly stones, and they kill my feet. They give me so much pain. So I'm trying to work on now improving my sensitivity to stones coming through, but it meant I needed to get something with a slightly sturdier sole, because it just was like walking barefoot on pebbles, which is never unsoftened pebbles, like not even like at the beach pebbles. I'm talking like literally just chipped off a granite block, stones scattered on the floor. Like, who even thought of that? Anyway, that's a rant that you don't need to get involved in. But yeah, I needed something with a slightly sturdier sole. So these particular shoes, which I will link down below, have a slightly thicker sole. Those have been another favourite this summer. Literally wear them every single day, and just the Vivo shoes in general are kind of my favourite go-to shoes, and I can't wait to start building up my collection and having all the barefoot shoes that I could ever need. Last but by no means least, something that I actually genuinely discovered just for this summer, which I've realised none of the other products have actually been. They've been favourites during the summer, but I've like known about them or used them previously or for a long time. But one thing that I genuinely discovered just this summer, which I am completely in love with, is a sugar-free herbal, are they Swiss? Yeah. Herbal Swiss sweet, and they're called Ricola. So these are made with a blend of 13 different incredibly healthful herbs, which are just great for people to take in general, but actually a lot of them also have pretty good benefits for females and for PCOS altogether. Now obviously in just one little sweet you don't get a lot of that herb, and I wouldn't recommend taking enough of these sweets to get a full dose of the herbs, but it just means that they're a little bit more healthful than certainly any kind of gummies or sugar, hard-boiled sweets that you would get that are made with sugar. They're completely sugar-free. They are sweetened with stevia. And then they have all of these amazing flavours. So this elderflower and the cranberry ones are my favourites. And then they have some more like medicinal ones. So the elderflower, and then they have a honey and lemon one, and mint. I can't remember what the wild mint or something like that, mountain mint, something like that. That flavour also have menthol in them, so they can be great during this hay fever season to help with coughs and sneezes and that kind of thing. Not as a full-blown cough medicine, but as those kind of like niggly, tickly type sensations in the nose and throat. They are great for that as well. And of course they're delicious. So these are something that I've genuinely fallen in love with. Again, I highly recommend them, especially if you're looking for something to help you get over some of those sweet cravings. If you're used to having hard-boiled sweets, or maybe you're trying to reduce your fruit intake and you're kind of missing that, then herbal teas can be a great option for that, particularly like end of the day. Having a herbal tea instead of a dessert can be great. But if you're looking at during the day, or a particular nervous tic where you want to grab some sweet feeling without messing up your insulin, I highly recommend Ricola. So that has been my favourites for summer 2022. Do you use any of these? Tell me which ones you've enjoyed, or if you have some suggestions of something else that people can try along the same lines, then let me know in the comments down below, or just share what favourites you've had this summer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.